Welcome to the round 13 team sheets and trades video. It's George from Fantasy Take TV. Hope you're going well. Hope you're not as confused as me as what trades to do, because I haven't decided yet and I'm a little bit worried I'm going to do something very stupid before lockout happens. So hasn't been our best year regardless, but yeah, hopefully don't absolutely cook it to no coming back. Trades this week, again not final. I'd love to do Zeeble straight to Lockie Neal, but I can't. So here we are. Himmelberg in for Zeeble. Thought about Keys, still considering it. I wish I had a little bit more info on Keys. I wish the club out would come out and say, you know, Keys has been really impressive in the midfield. We're going to leave him there. You know, his mid-time will be increased for the second half of the year or something like that. I'd like to hear something, but I don't have that info. It was only a month ago that he said that, you know, Next just gives him a job to do and he'll do that job. So kind of a utility player. So I don't know, he looked good in the midfield. Just watching him play, his kicking has never been good, obviously, but he can't handle. He's got like strapping on his hand and he can't actually handle properly. So he can't kick, can't handle, but elite work rate, elite pressure, good tackler, decent clearance, pretty good clearance player too. So look, has his strengths, but does have a few weaknesses that probably saw him out of the side of the midfield last year. So it's an okay play. If I had more trades and I could trade my way out of it, I'd probably do it. I'd almost definitely, if this was like 10 trades here, I'd 100% do it straight away. But I don't think I'm in that position. And I've also decided that I want a 23rd player. So I'm aiming to get Will Day to M9 so he can cover defense and midfield. And also like using a bit of DPP can also cover the forward line, but would mean to have like a cheap M8, so like a Garbo one. So hopefully maybe like a Fred Crouch, but I don't think I can handle another Saints player. But yeah, like discounted play. I say discounted. Let's say cheap players like Keys and Himmelberg. Now the reason why I'm considering Himmelberg, and we'll go over this in the team sheets, but this is so. I think it used to be AFL Exchange, but now it's gettable unless they both coexist. But Riley Beveridge and Cal Toomey, they do a great job in the media and whatnot. But they interviewed Jason or Jesse McCartney. No, Jesse's a singer. Jason McCartney, I think. Yeah, I think it's Jason. Anyway, Jason McCartney's GM of football at the Giants. He said on their podcast, okay, the quote is here, we'll probably look to settle him down there in the next few weeks, referring to Himmelberg down back. And then this, I don't know, because I listened to the podcast and I don't know if this was said on air. The restricted free agent, which is Himmelberg, has also elected to park discussions throughout the early stages of the year, with McCartney revealing the club hopes to settle the 27-year-old in the back line with the aim of retaining him. That says to me that he's playing defense for the rest of the year. Because look, this is just guessing, but I would love to actually hear him say what he wants, what he prefers. I think in the preseason he said forward. I can't even remember, but this says to me that they want to play him in defense and they're trying to play him in defense because maybe he wants to play in defense. I don't know, but this is a very useful quote, but it could be bait because I don't know if it's true or not. And you know, if they get injuries, you probably have to go forward. We'll look at the team sheets, but how can they possibly play him forward? Imagine he plays forward this week after this interview. It can't, surely it can't happen. Now when they get their players back, Isaac Cumming and Sam Taylor, I think, are the main two. Haynes is already back in. I think Taylor will come in for Keith, and Cumming might come in for... Maybe they send Whitfield up the ground a bit. I don't know. Because to me, it sounds like they're moving things around to make Himmelberg down back now, based on this interview. Again, his break-even's like 78, so you can definitely wait till like post-buy or something. He might go really well, but he's still like, at worst, low 400s. You pay for him at that point, so it's probably better to wait. But I'm in a bit of a pickle, kinda. I'd love to just get Lockie Neal in this week, but you know, then I'd have to get rid of Weddle early, which would be 100k, I guess, and then I'd have to punt on a rookie. Like, do you go Ryan Marich from West Coast, who's playing this week? But then there's the 4 years older is the new Sydney key forward, Mount Buller, whatever his name is. Kicked 5 goals in the VFL today. He might come in next week. Yeah, a bit older, a bit more mature, far better numbers, but than Marich. Although Marich does look alright. So I think I'd rather him than Marich as my F8. So if he plays, so that's why I don't really want to go early on Marich. And then you got Josh Fay playing, but he might be out for with the injuries coming back in. 20k extra as well. So I'm just so confused this week. So I think I'll grab one of Himmelberg or Keys. It just depends what I land on. So fingers crossed we don't fuck it up and pick the wrong one, but maybe we do. But look, if you're in position where you don't need to go for budget picks, then it's pretty easy trades, low brain power trades. Grab your Brayshaw, grab your Sinclair, which was last night, grab Lockie Neal. It's very, very easy. So whereas I think people like in my position who over traded are in, like, I don't know exactly what to go, but I do feel like I need a budget option, especially if I want to get a D M9. So I probably look to get in Darcy Cameron, and then one sort of probably sub 500k primo, and then like Humphrey will be floating. Humphrey and Dave and whatever, one of them will sit every week. So keeping Sheasel as well. So I'll see how we go, but yeah, fingers crossed it works out. Sydney versus St Kilda last night. So this was an interesting game with lots to talk about. McAndrew admitted. Winhager played okay first half, faded out. Not sure I want him though. For downgrade options, I'd rather pick someone with a bit better job security and a bit cheaper. I mean, if it'd cover you for the rest of the year, that'd be great, but I'm not sure how strong his job security is. Like when Hunter Clark comes back, is he out? Mitch Owens. Mitch Owens will be 400k next week, and he's averaging 95 or so. If you take out the concussion, the role doesn't make complete sense in terms of it's not really a traditional Supercoach scoring role. Bit of ruck time, bit of half forward, very strong in the air, works really hard, able to get touches up the ground. Yeah, the numbers show 95 average, so can he spit out 90 plus for the rest of the year? Maybe. I think there's a good chance, but it could be lower. He's very young, only second year player, so no, he's a star already, Mitch Owens, so I wouldn't be too upset if he's your F8, F6 for 400k next week off the bye. Not the worst pick. Jack Steele, not much to say on Steele, but just very hard to watch what I thought was Jack Steele. I don't know who this guy is, but yeah, first half was dreadful. I don't know if he's injured or just he's not that good anymore, so yeah, a bit of a tough watch with Steele, but yeah, intensity lifted in the second half, which was good, especially third quarter. So would you trade him in? If you had for sub 500k options, probably one of the better ones, but he's not a top liner. So if you can't get your top liner, I don't think it's that bad, but I probably would avoid, unfortunately. But still a chance he can turn it around. Looking at Sydney, I think Sheldrick played. I think he'll probably get dropped for Parker. Gordon, I don't know. I can't. Yeah, hopefully his role and scores well going forward. Didn't have his best night, gave away 50 and whatnot. Lloyd played wing. If you brought him in, you got pretty badly shafted. I think I got him in fantasy, and the plan is hold him for next week and the week after, and then post-buy fix him if he's still playing wing. Unfortunately, it's just how it is. It's not going to score much on the wing, so got pretty badly shafted there, but hopefully he goes back to his role that he's played for 12 years or whatever, however long. Bulldogs versus Port. I think Vandermeer plays. Yeah, Vandermeer's been playing defence in the VFL, I've read, and then Dale been a great pickup, especially with the Ed Richards out now. So you're laughing if you've got Dale, McRae interchange. I think McRae's still a good option, but we'll have some like 90s games and whatnot. That's about it. I'm not VCing Bont. My captains are Dawson over Brayshaw. Sorry, Dawson into Brayshaw. So I probably should go English tonight, and I'll probably copper, and everyone will take a 150 from English tonight. But I got a feeling that Dawson's going to absolutely annihilate West Coast. So fingers crossed. that happens. So Adelaide Oval. So I think Dawson will go bigger, but that's just a gut feel, or maybe I'm just hoping that. So yeah, see how that goes. But yeah, pretty hard to pass on English though against Lysette. It's pretty slow. Might get subbed as well. So easy points for English. Port Lord out and been a rookie. In comes Charlie Dixon. If you have Dylan Williams, you're also laughing. Brian Burton's out, so more kick-ins for Dylan Williams. That should be good. Oh, you would think anyway. On to the next. Hawthorn, Sicily in, Shaves Mitchell in. I traded Mitchell last week, reluctantly, but yeah, just had too many donuts and ting. Weddle maybe on a wing, playing a lot of defenders here. Maybe Weddle plays key position, I don't know. Blank key position, hopefully Sicily just plays freed up, but I think Froster's a 1 weeker, so hopefully back next week and all good. Bailey McDonald dropped. Seamus and Cam McKenzie might play halfback going forward apparently. Will Day please do something. And then the Lions, so no Harry Sharp. I don't have him, so good for me I guess, but yeah, might be a dead rookie. Kadeen Coleman dropped. Interesting. Been disappointing, Kadeen. I've had like a block nose for like a week for some reason, but can't seem to shake it off. Hopefully soon. So I do apologise if I sound nasally. Wilmot's still going. Yeah, still best 22 player. So probably one that I think everyone's traded. And Ashcroft, you can still hold him through the buys. That's okay if you still have him. That's pretty much it. Crom versus Eagles. Worrell in for Duday. I think Worrell do 80 plus in this role. But a bit too expensive at I think it's 330, 320k or something. And then yeah, West Coast full of injuries again. Just yeah, fielding a really inexperienced side. I guess they got Yoshua Kelly. That's still should be on paper a good midfield. Yo go to Dawson, O'Neill. I guess they can be pretty good, but they'll probably lose half their team by half time. So I think Crows hopefully kill them. That would be nice. Some okay names here. Sheed in the midfield's been in good form. I guess it's the defense. Witherden. Do they have key defenders? They don't have key defenders. I think Edwards was Harry Edwards, the key defender. Waterman down back. Oh boy, they're in trouble. Chester can't get a game. What does he do? Keys on the interchange. Hopefully he plays mid. It's just hard to tell if he's going to play mid for every week for the next 12 weeks. If the plan is to use him there, or he's still going to be given assignments to, you know, play elsewhere, because for some reason, I think Pedlar's in mid-time will improve slowly. What happens with Rochelle? I think Silly, I'm reading some comments on him, sounds like he's tiring or something, but I would have thought that Saligo and Rochelle got a bit more mid-time, and that probably comes out of Keys and maybe Sloan. Sloan's tog was really low, but they're playing him heaps inside mid, which is pretty infuriating, given we have all these kids we've drafted and they're not playing many mid minutes at all. We're just going back to the older players, so what are we doing there? Get him out of the midfield. Been a warrior for the Crows, but come on. 33. Freo versus Richmond. Big Shrek out injured. O'Meara suspended. Good for Michael Jeffrey Johnson. Erasmus not named. Sturt playing over Walters. That is pissed me off slightly, but because I did trade Sturt. But yeah, thanks for the 220s, I guess, and the 35k. Nat 5, do you want to go Nat 5? Do you want to go Elliot Yo? I ain't gonna tell you how to play, but I ain't picking plays that have done soft tissue after soft tissue after soft tissue. So I don't care for those picks. If they go well, 5 makes a little bit more sense. Just because of his buy, and he's cheaper, and he's function for you is to give you some scores over the buys mostly, and maybe cover you for the rest of the year. And even if he misses games, he'll be on the bench anyway. So, but yeah, as good as Yo is, it's just he's barely put 3 good games together in how many years now. So it's a no from me. Richmond, Toronto, and friends. That's pretty much all they got. North versus the Giants. So Shizu, I think, will play midfield this week because no Greenwood, no Simpkin, no LDU. Zeeble is playing on the interchange. I'm trading Zeeble. I just do fear he doesn't run out the season or gets injured at some point. So goodbye Zeeble. Looks pretty cooked to me, but gets a week off in between games like everyone else. But see how he goes. So I think the starting midfield is Will Phillips, Wardlaw, and Sheasel. TP probably runs through there a fair bit, you would think. Maybe Paul Curtis too. And Big Zerha, wherever he is, can roll through there. Maybe Taron Thomas. A lot of names can go through there. So I'll be keeping Sheasel, I think. Maybe flip on his buy, maybe. I don't know. I think I have to get rid of one of him or Humphrey. I don't know which one yet. I'm just very confused and head spinning at trying to figure out trades this week. What does Sheasel average for the year? What if Hall gets injured and he goes back? Probably goes back to like 95 plus, but I'm so confused. I got a headache trying to think about it. I can't think straight. I can't figure out if I want to keep him or not. If you have the trades, you just get rid of him for your Neil or Brayshaw, but yeah, I don't know. Can he do 85 plus? I think he does 85 plus in whatever role, but yeah, he's looked okay. I think last week he played mostly down back and everything went through Hall. I think they did say in a presser this week that they'll discuss where they're going to use him this week. I dare say it won't be in defense this week, so which isn't great, but I think it's also like he actually looked better forward of the ball last week than down back. So with Hall taking up all the usage, and then looking at Giants, they got 6 defenders here, 7 in Himmelberg. So they're running the 7, I think, this week. But what happens when Isaac Cumming comes in? You would think that Keith comes out for Sam Taylor when he's back, and then maybe coming in for Faye, and then maybe like one of these guys goes forward. And like, who goes? Do they use Keith as a key forward? Do they just run Riccardi, Hogan? They're going to struggle to score, I think. I guess Callum Brown's actually been alright. Bedford's been okay. Toby Green's there. I guess they keep backing in these key forwards, and Harry Himmelberg hasn't even been in great form, but also like new coach as well. Mark's down. I think actually average disposals for the Giants are up on last year, but Marks are down 20, I think. Or no, 15-ish, 10, 15, something like that. They're down on average per game. Actually, might be 12. I think it was 98 to 80 something. I can't remember. Probably should have double checked that. But yeah, Cadman dropped. So I think with Callum Brown, they still got 7 forwards here. So I think Himmelberg will play down back, and I'll pick him, and he'll play forward. So because I picked him, so whatever. Carlton versus Essendon. I'm pretty zoned out at the moment, but we'll get this over with. Cripps looks crap. Walsh looks crap. I think Walsh has more chance of turning it around though, but Roll isn't super great. Doherty's playing everywhere. Chincotta held, which is great, so hopefully he doesn't lose money. Looks like he's playing like Cowan's lockdown role from earlier in the year. And then no, is Davey playing? No. Big Tex Wanganines there. Extended. So I think the funny thing here is why are they playing Ed Kerno? Like, okay, if you want to drop Dow, fine. Like, I think they've given up on Dow, but Ed Kerno, seriously, like, just load up on Essendon. Carlton are just so pathetic, and I just can't believe that the supporters have to put up with this trash. Kerno looks so off the pace, and given where Carlton are at, how can they possibly play him in 22? I just think like it's blatantly obvious he shouldn't be in the team. So, to any neutral or Carlton supporter, as I'm starting to lose my voice, that's it from me. No Collingwood or Melbourne. They play on the King's birthday. Happy birthday to King, I guess, King Charles. That's it from me. Thank you for watching, and see if I missed anything. Probably not. Ridley's been good. That's about it. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one.